lost the majesty of your psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Your shoulder bone connected to your neck bone, your neck bone connected to your head bone. Now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, skip across the holding sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X.
Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British hand up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, ladies. Yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning. I hope you're doing well this fine Sunday. Afternoon for you. Evening for me, ladies and gentlemen. It's just gone 7 o'clock. It's quite past my bedtime already. Let me tell you, I'm a bit cream crackered going in, right? I'm a bit cream crackered going in. I just had my kids with me for the Sabbath bride, right? And it's we actually, yeah, that's actually an expression of Judaism that you call Sabbath the Sabbath bride, right? Because you are excited for its arrival. Anyway, had my son, my two boys with me, and my daughter. My other daughter came for Friday night. Didn't come during the day. She wasn't feeling that good. But because my older son was there, means I had my two grand. Oh yeah, no, you're gonna have to see this. I'm sorry. I'm just a proud grandpa. Although my grandfather name is Zaidi. Right, my father's name is Tati. They're both actually Yiddish names. Here, was it? I just got. It's their 2-month birthday day. Where is it? Hang on. Oh, there you go. Doink. There you go. There. Share screen. Doink. There you go. Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. You're just getting pictures of my grandkids now. I'm sorry. Now, the one on the left. Looks his name is Sorkami, right? Looks very much like my daughter-in-law, and the one on my right looks like my son, which means he looks like my father, which means he looks like me, right? Although my daughter-in-law hates AI, right? She doesn't like me AI in the pictures of the baby, right? She gets very, very annoyed by that. But I would AI a bit on the kid on the right. My daughter-in-law's hair on the kid on the left, right? And I said, but no, I will get in trouble, right? I will get in trouble. I'm not a fan of getting in trouble. I'm just not. Anyway, so they were with me for Sabbath, and oh god, they're so freaking cute. Oh, they're so snuggly and cute. So that's why my other son came. Anyway, because of that, my wife just insists on doing the nighttime feeds, right? And so, and she doesn't like anybody else getting involved. I'm like, can I help? No, okay, whatever. I help, okay, occasionally, but I like, so I didn't sleep well for 2 days, right? Essentially, so I'm a bit cream crackered. I did downstream last night where we talked about the nightmare and hell that is Star Trek. I was going to say Discovery. Starfleet Academy. I'm like, oh god, fuck you, Paramount. Oh, fuck you so much. Oh god, I can't stand them. I hope nobody clips that and think I'm talking about the kids. Then I'll be in real trouble. Anyway, but they are cute, and that's why my younger son comes, because they just love playing with the kids. They're playing with the babies. Same with my daughter. My daughter just loves it. Oh my God, you can't get enough of it. Okay, yeah, I'm fine, whatever. Well, my son's got this nice little sideline going. He's learned how to make beef jerky. Yeah, so, and he's here. Where's the logo for his guy? He wants to like start selling it around around our town. You have people who do that, right? There's a guy who makes soup once a week. There's a couple of guys who make different herrings. The herring this week, oh, that was really good, really good. We got two. We got like a regular herring. Like again, it's a big Jewy food, right? Big Jewy food. The Jews love the herring, right? They just do. We do. It has all your favorite Jewish flavors in it. It goes everything from fishy to salty. Everything's there. You have the whole gambit of the Jewish menu. But so he makes making beef jerky. He made a batch and bought it with him. He's had a bit overcooked, but boy, I thought it was awesome. Right, my wife finally tried to went, holy crap, this stuff is great. You know, so his is he's trying to decide which logo he wants. Right, he's got this one which I think's better. He asked me which one I think is better. And I like that one, Holy Meat, right? Holy Meat, I think that one's pretty good. But he's also contemplating this one, Cowboy Beef Jerky. Jerky so good, even the cows would approve. He spelled wood wrong, but you know. I think Holy Meat's way better, right? Holy Meat, totally way better. We had a couple of my matron, matron moments. His wife. Completely innocently says, "Oh, Ari's meat's so hard." I'm like, "Really? Is Ari's meat?" That's my son's name. His meat's so hard, is it? Yeah. Well, I can understand. But he said, "But it gets moist when you put it in your mouth." Well, that happens to most of us, actually. Fortunately, only my son got the joke. And good for her. She's actually learned to just ignore the salacious humor. And the other big event, again, if you tuned in the downstream, you would have heard it, was my dog. My dog was scooting around on a tush a lot for the last week, right? That's after having a couple of weeks ago having like this insane diarrhea run. That's so much fun. And we were thinking like, should we take her to the vet? Anyway, so the dog like was laying next to me on the couch and like opened up her legs, and my dog was like, "Holy shit!" My daughter, by the way, can't stand my right now. Is in like a world war with my my oldest son. Don't even ask. But like, she said, "Oh look, it's her private parts are all red and puffy." I'm like, "What? Are you telling my dog's vagina is red, drippy, and infected?" Because I don't think I want to know about it, right? That's not my bag, man. That's not my bag, right? And I'm like, if we got to get cream and put it on, no, that's not going to happen. No, I'm not doing it. Right? So fortunately, my daughter, who's at war with my son, bit the bullet and gave the dog a bath today. So hopefully that will easy disgusting red drippy infection from its vagina. Oh, lovely. The wonders of owning pets. So today everybody is Tu B'Shvat, right? It's a Jewy holiday called Tu B'Shvat. This is it's the new year for trees, but it's actually the new year for fruit, right? Why is it? Actually, let's there are 4 news in Judaism. Here, let me pull them up. Go to Ask Grok. What are the 4 Jewish New Years? There is. It's going to come up in a second. New Year for trees. That's today. Actually, fruit. So then you got in spring, the first of the month of Nisan, which is when what was on this one? That's Passover, so it's like around Easter time, right? That's the new year for kings and festivals. So that's where the official calendar starts from. That's the first of the first month of the year. Then you got another month called the first of Elul, which is in like September time, right? And that's a new year for animals, or tithing animals, right? You're supposed to give like 10% of your income to religious things. Then the month later it's the first of Tishri, which is the new year for years, right? And that's when the Jewish New Year is, when everybody celebrates that. And today is the New Year for trees, right? This determines tithing of fruit and the age status of trees. Today it's observed as a minor holiday, Jewish Arbor Day, they call it, with customs like eating fruit and environmental focus. There's no environmental focus, really. There's no environmental bloody focus. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They gone crazy, ladies and gentlemen. They gone crazy. Anyway, but the basic way this holiday is observed is eating dried fruit, right? Dried fruit is thing because in Europe in like the 15th century they couldn't get fruit, right? And I think carob, right? Carob was the dried carob was the one that people used to eat. Have you ever ate dried carob? It's awful. It's awful beyond awful, right? Oh God! And they used to make the kids eat it all the time. It's horrible, right? It's absolutely horrible. Not a recommendation, right? Not a recommendation. But for Sabbath, my wife wanted to do like a Tu B'Shvat thing. So she made like a barley salad with like cut up dried fruit in it. She made chicken breast with figs. That was really good. Oh, that was excellent. And there was lots of stuff there. And she chose a barley salad over quinoa because barley is one of the 7 fruits of Israel. Is it a fruit? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so look, essentially this is the moment in time when like the first shoots of the crop of the year comes up through the soil, right? And metaphorically, this is when your year, which has been created in the Jewish New Year, which is like September, this is the first fruits of it you seeing, poking out through the through the metaphorical soil. So there you go. That's what's going on. It's kind of a turning point. And then a month today, right? A month today is the what's good here? Month today is a holiday of Purim, right? Where you have an obligation to get drunk, so you can't tell the difference between good and bad, right? That's very, very, very drunk, right? That's very, very, very drunk indeed. Quite breathtakingly drunk, right? Quite mind-bogglingly drunk. And you know what? I always aim for that, right? I do always aim for that. Anyway. Where is it? What am I looking for first? Not that one. Hang on. No. Is this it? No, that can't be it. No.
First and foremost,
there's some great Tommy Robinson clips out there. Is this it? No. Where'd it go? I literally just saw it. Right? I literally just saw it. Hang on, let me try. Let me look again. It is. Okay, it's after that one. So, yeah, that's good. So it's. Oh, there you go. Fine. Good. Tom Robinson, I'm not sure what was going on with this, but he confronted like the mainstream media. I'm glad I've liked Tommy Robinson all these years, because I think he's I think he's doing quite well. I think he's I have a lot of respect for him. So this one I thought was great.
20 years ago. Let's get why we're here. At least you know my criminal convictions, because you know the 800 men who are in their airbase. You don't know their criminal convictions, do you? You don't know who they are. No, I know that a woman, Rhiannon White, was murdered and butchered by one of these men. I know that 7 women last week were raped by these men, including 12-year-old children. So whilst you know what I'm about, so you can see what I'm about, you don't know who those 800 people are. You don't know how they think. You don't know where they've come from. You don't know if they're terrorists. You don't know if they're jihadists. You don't know if they're raped. You don't know if they're murdered. You know nothing, which is why the women are scared. So as you've just said,
He wouldn't be doing so well if he didn't have such a good point, like, and didn't know what he was talking about.
You've spoke to him. This isn't about me. Why are you making this about me? I'm here to report like you are as a journalist. Now, you should be reporting on why this entire town centre, as far as you can see, is full of locals. It's not full of local men. It's not full of local criminals. It's full of local women, local mothers, local grandmothers.
And women are also worried about the
legacy media are part of the problem.
I love the way he tries to deflect. Oh no, but most of these are committed by white people. Nobody gives a shit about the skin color, mate, right? It's a disproportionately high amount of Afghanis or whatever third world, backward countries they come from commit these weird sexual crimes constantly.
Isn't it? It's not something that's uniquely...
Excuse me, sir. These people are here because they're worried because they've lost their town centre. Do you know why you're losing? Do you know why no one listens to you? This is why no one listens to you.
No one listens to you at all.
No, they're not going to listen to you. You have an opportunity to come here today as a media, and you have an opportunity to give a voice to the voiceless. The voiceless are the women that are telling you how scared they are. You just said they're telling you how scared they are. And rather than come and tell the story of these women, you come and want to attack me over something I'd done 20 years ago when I had a punch-up in the street 20 years ago.
I'm asking you why you're the one to lecture the public.
I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you why. He's the only one who's been beating this drum forever. Or you morons in the media have buried your head in the sand. Why? Because it proves multiculturalism is a complete bloody failure.
I'll tell you why. You have no respect. Listen. I'll tell you why. Because you're not coming here to give them a voice. You're coming here to smear them. You're coming here to smear.
I'm very happy to
So why are you making it about me? Why aren't? Okay, let me ask you.
You're saying that women don't feel safe.
Should they feel safe? Should women feel safe in the city centre?
Of course, women should feel safe.
So, do you think it's right that undocumented men that we know nothing about are busting into town centre in their hundreds every week? Do you think that's right?
I'm not here to answer your question.
I know, that's their cop-out. I'm not here to answer your questions. Well, screw you. Why can't you answer them, right? That's really, I think, the question you need to answer. Like, why can't you answer the question?
Do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? As a man, as a British man, you're speaking to scared women. Should they be scared? Is it right they're scared in their own town?
My question to you...
No, I'm asking you a question.
Why are you choosing to focus?
I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer the question? I'm asking you a question.
I love watching the media squirm, don't you?
I'm asking you a question. Is it right that mothers, grandmothers and children are scared in this town centre? Is it
right? It's not right that anyone feels scared. My question to you is why you choose to focus on 600 people in Wethersfield Asylum Centre rather than the thousands of people every day who are convicted of sexual offences?
I'll tell you why. Because you can tell you it's about...
Again, like, these people just think he's a mindless thug. And they think they could run rings around him, and they're just morons.
Violence against women and girls
I'll tell you why. These men are from Sudan, legal age for marriage 11. These men are from nations like Afghanistan, 99% of them want Sharia law. That means they want to subjugate women.
99% of them want Sharia law. Where'd you get that?
That's a Pew Research.
What do you mean pure research?
Pew Research, you fucking moron.
Research. PEW, the biggest research and most recognised research there is. Pew Research. 99% of Afghanis in Afghanistan want Sharia law. When they come here, do you know what Sharia law is? Yes, they do. Fact. Do you know what Sharia law is?
Do you think all of the Afghan interpreters who work with the British military wanted Sharia law?
So 99% of them would have done it.
Yeah. Like, again, this guy's living in clown cuckoo land. I know, I think firsthand, that the Americans, when they're in Afghanistan, there's this thing, I can't know, bati or some weird name they have for it, where they like dress up young boys as girls, put makeup on them, and have sex with them, right? Rape them, I think is the word we're looking for, right? And the Americans want to do something about it, probably the British as well, and they were told, no, it's their culture, can't do anything about it, no.
99% of the Afghans
I'm telling you,
fought for British soldiers in Afghanistan want Sharia law.
Can I ask you? You're a journalist. What do you know about Islam?
I'm asking you.
Have you read the Quran?
I'm not.
Have you read the Quran?
I'm not here to answer a question.
So what you're going to do is you can.
I appreciate you speaking to us.
Okay, I'm talking to you. But what do you know about Afghanistan and how they think? Have you looked into how they think on women?
What do you know about Afghanistan?
I just told you what they think.
You told me 99% of Afghanis, as you call,
want Sharia law.
Want Sharia law without any evidence of that fact at all.
He just cited it.
Been to Afghanistan on a straw poll.
I'm not a straw.
Hey, don't waste your time with him.
No, okay, well we can add this in. But...
And like, it's not hard. I like these people. They live in a different bloody dimension. This was actually slightly better, and I thought that was great, right?
It. Not protect Sudanese, not protect Iraqis, not protect Pakistanis, protect British citizens. But we hear about so much about human rights. What about their human rights? What about that family in there who've just lost their daughter? What about that little baby who's got no mum? What about his rights? What about his rights to have a mother? What about their right to a family life? Have you heard? I just heard from that family who the other cousin has had to take their son hasn't been at school for a year because migrants have been put in the hotel next to the school and they're terrorising the school. This is going on across the whole country, in every single town and city. So you're about to see a political revolution in this country with Reform coming in 12 months and winning the election. Why?
Oh, please be shorter than 12 months.
Why across Europe are right-wing, what you'd call far right? You're probably going to describe me as far right. Can I ask you, am I far right?
That's not for me to say.
Okay, but...
Oh, no, don't corner me.
You will say it. You do say it. Your channel says it. In fact, let's have a look. I'll bring it up now. ITV Tommy Robinson, I bet it says far right. And then I'll ask you, because you're the reporter for ITV, please tell me which one of my policies make me far right.
I'm not a reporter, I'm a producer.
You're a producer, so you're the producer. Which one of my policies make me far right? Please.
No, you're not interviewing me.
Can I tell you, but why? I'm a journalist, I'm interviewing you. What one of my policies make me far right?
I'm not answering that.
Oh, squirm. Oh, it's so good. Oh, people hate the press for good reason, right? For very good reason. But there's other stuff we can look at as well. There's they're redoing the Muppet Show, right? But somebody did this with AI, a dark version of Sesame Street. This is this kind of Sesame Street I would actually kind of like, right? I think I would totally enjoy this.
Where dreams are shattered and innocence is a thing of the past. Welcome to Sesame Street. Once a place of laughter and learning, Sesame Street has fallen into the shadows. The residents, let's just say, they've changed.
Hey Bert, you sure this is gonna work? We mess up and Big Bird ain't gonna be the only one flying.
Relax, Ernie, we've got this. We just need to stay one step ahead of the count.
1, 2, 3, debts to collect. Get out!
You think this place ever had hope, Elmo?
Hope left a long time ago, Oscar. Now it's just about survival.
In this world, survival means playing the game. And
yeah. This looks like Mum Dunner's New York to me.
The game has no rules.
Come on, man. Got any more of them cookies? Help a monster out?
Super Grover! What a fucking joke! 962!
Think just because I'm big and yellow I won't mess you up? Think again, punk?
Welcome to Sesame Street, where every day is a fight and only the strong survive.
This mess made possible by the non-contributions from viewers like you. Thanks for nothing, you bastards.
Coming soon. Prepare for a journey into the motherfucking darkness.
Agua! Agua!
Shut up!
Yep. This is what AI is made for. Also, I really enjoyed this actually. A really good Star Wars AI clip. Normally they're not that great, right? Normally they're not that great. Oh, this is just pure Star Wars. It's perfect. That is just incredible. I mean, like, I can't tell this is AI. This actually looks good. Honestly, this is, I'm really blown away by this. Would you rather watch this or Ahsoka? Okay. Well, let's continue. continued. I'm going to continue that. That is pretty darn awesome. Right? That is pretty darn awesome. Should we get in the chat first, or should we do Star Trek first? Let's do the chat first. Let's do the chat. Let's pull up the thumbnail. There we go. Over here. Doink. 1st of February, baby. Oh, yeah, this one came out nicely. But Lucy Pigging Miller. This one really came out well, didn't it? I mean, like, look, Sheridan Smith. I don't think she ever canonically wore this outfit, but are we going to quibble? I don't know. If you don't know about Lucy Pigging Miller, you will know about her by the end of the show tonight. Honestly. But why was January the month for the Paul McGann movie? What? It came out in May, didn't it? Hang on. When was the Paul McGann Doctor Who TV movie, which I really enjoy, by the way. I really enjoy it. Let's look at the Wikipedia. May, right? May. I remember May. So I don't know why they're marking his 30th anniversary in January. Why not mark it in May? Wouldn't that make more sense? I don't know. The best companion for the 8th Doctor you've never saw. I mean, really, this was a really solid 4 seasons of Doctor Who. And if they had any brains whatsoever, they would cheaply animate it using AI or using Dinopuff, right? Dinopuff's work is beautiful. And they would be fantastic, right? The really smart thing they did with this was just when the new series started. When did it come out? Let me have a look. That looks like a big finish. Hang on. We'll do the 8th Doctor. Hang on. Doink. And it was Human Resources, I believe, was the first one. Right. What year was that? I think it was the year after a year or two after the revival series has started. Where is this? Hasn't come up yet? Come on, you can do it. Wait, why don't you look for Human Resources? Human Resources. Right, I'm pretty sure that was the name of that title. Dude. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out. But they release them. Again, really good strategy. They release them digitally weekly, and it was great. It was genuinely fantastic. Sheridan Smith was fantastic as the companion. Worked really, really, really well with the 8th Doctor. I think in a much better way than the 8th Doctor worked with Charlotte Pollard, right? So yeah, we're going to do. I'm going to review all. I'll give you a quick review of all the seasons. They did 4 seasons. They just released them as seasons, and frankly, I recommend them all. Right, I really do recommend. This was Doctor Who when it was really, really doing good. Right, it was really pumping. It was at the top of its game. So again, I love that this came out. She still looks very, very chavvy, right? Which is perfect for Sheridan Smith. Good for you, darling. Good for you. Where's the? Do I still have the raw ones? I think so. Hang on. Let's have a look. Doink. Not that one. There we go. Here. Share screen. Errors. Human resource. Let's try again. Human resource. Human resources. Yeah, that's the one. Part 2. August 2007. Right? So yeah, it came out. The first one was July 2007. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, I'm at the wrong end of the season. My mistake. So No More Lies was before that. Oh, now I've got to go through all of them. Come on. That's the number 5. Immortal Beloved. That was actually a good one as well. They were all good, right? This is genuinely a fantastic season. So 2007 came out February 2007 was the first one. Okay, January 2007. So let's do a Doctor Who episode guide. Doctor Who episode guide. And doing 2007. Where is it? That's 2005, 6. Okay, so this came out. That's interesting. It came out just before it ran essentially while the Martha Jones season was running, right? So it started a little bit before Smith and Jones. So there was just great Doctor Who going on all the time, right? It was fantastic. Those were the days, baby. Those were the days. Oh, we look back at them with moist eyes. Oh yeah, so I was going to show you the raw AI. Sheridan, looking fantastic, right? Looking fantastic, and you see a little bit more of it there. There you go. But yeah, I did think it really freaking works incredibly. So good for you. Fine. Let us get to the chat. Oh, did I close the wrong thing? Video file. Let's open that up again. Doink. There you go, Sheridan. There you go. Oh, yes. Just that barmaid energy. Yes, I'll have another snake bite and black darling. Absolutely. And yes, we're going to review Starfleet Academy if I can bring myself to do it. I think I can. Who knows what dares to dream? Let's get to the chat. OGZ says, one thing I loved about the Eighth Doctor's Big Finish run. I mean, generally speaking, it was very good until, we hit the dark times, till we hit the Jodie era. Is how the ending of To the Death, which is where the Lucy Miller era ends, how the ending of To the Death immediately transitions to the Dark Eyes. Yeah, which was the second reboot of the Eighth Doctor's run, which was, in hindsight, I don't think it was as good as the Lucy Miller run. And frankly, I think I preferred the Charlotte Pollard run as well. Speaking of Eighth Doctor, here's my next story to be published on Quotem. I don't know what Quotem. Good for you, mate. Get yourself over to 11 Labs, right, and get some Paul McGann samples and have him read your story, right? That's totally the way to go. That is totally the way to go. I love doing stuff like that. Anyway, where am I up to? PD Richards here. Well, the last episode of Starfleet Academy shows Klutzman can't do Klingons. He can't do fucking anything. He's useless, right? I mean, honestly, he is probably one of the most useless, talentless pricks ever to, invade Hollywood. He is just absolutely freaking useless. Oh, what a talentless cunt. I mean, honestly, talentless cunt. I think that is the best description for Kurtzman. I mean, his talent is in, Hollywood politics, obviously. But yeah, he's awful. But he can't do Klingons. I hated what they did with the Klingons, right? I hated what they did with the Klingons in this episode. Jonathan Cox is here. He says, hello, everybody. Everyone says hello back, because we're a friendly bunch. Archer Collin is here. How you doing, Archer Collin? We got a Deep Space Nine character, yes, I know, is about to ram the enemy in defense of Earth when he's saved by the arrival of another ship. Captain Sheridan would like a word. Which was Captain Sheridan? Who's Captain Sheridan? Okay. I'm going to feel real stupid when I work it out. Captain Sheridan. Let me think. See, I keep thinking Babylon 5. Oh, is that Babylon 5? What was the name? Oh, God, was that Bruce Brock? Yeah. Let's do... Okay, Captain Sheridan. Oh, it is. It's Bruce Boxlight character. Yes, he was going to do that, right? And he defeated the... not the Forlons. It's been so long since I've seen Babylon 5. No, don't tell me. I'm going to work this out. It is not the Dentrasi. That's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Oh, God. Man, this is really, really annoying me. Hang on. I am going to work it out. I'm going to work this out. Michael Crowley Christmas. I'm looking for Delenn Mimbari. Oh, God, thank you. Nan Mimbari Vorlon, and Alpha Centauri. There you go. Oh, that was a real senior moment. There you go. Yes. But still, that's one of my favorite scenes in Star Trek, right? Wolf banging on the girls. Maybe today is a good day to die. Broody daughters, can more weddings be on the horizon? Oh God, I only hope so. Oh, it's so much easier for boys to get married than girls, right? It is so much easier for boys to get married than girls, and it actually gets worse or better if depending who you are as you get older, right? Like again, I've no idea if me and my wife will stay together, right? I really hope we do. Like I really don't want to get divorced, but if I do, like. There's a lot. I think there's something actually interesting me currently. They don't even know I might be on the market, right? There's just more men than women. It's just I don't know why, where it is. Holy meters obviously doesn't get in trouble for proclaiming the meter's holy. Well, no, I don't. Again, they're just being playful. Your dog got an STD? No, I don't think so. I just think she got a stinky badge, right? I don't think it's an STD. Countdown Crash Course here. How you doing? Been a while. How's it with yourself? Well, I'm doing pretty good, my old man. I'm doing well. You're saying hello to Peter Rich, but yeah, I'll answer as well. Where are we going to? Oh man, you went for a kidney up. That sounds fun. If you count your years from a specific date, creation in the Jewish system, how can you have different start dates for different things? Okay, well, you're actually bringing up quite a few interesting subjects. It's not the start date. Right? It is the they're basically legal manifestation. So the anniversary of the universe being created is in September, Tishrei, right? In terms of there being like political, a political calendar that starts in April, right? In terms of tithing animals, that's like a month before. So it's like late August, early September, right? Late August is better. And again, it's all about your legal need to tithe fruit and work out how old the trees actually are, because you can't take fruit from a tree that's under 3 years old. So you mark its birthday from being today. So even if it was planted 3 weeks 3 weeks after today, it will only be one when it hits the 15th, right? You don't know. But here's an interesting thing. So in Judaism, the age of the universe, what's the current Jewish year? Current Jewish year is okay. So the year is 5786, right? Which is considerably less than the age of the universe. I mean, like it's 2026 plus, everything BC. So the age of the universe is much, much older than 57. Was it 5756? Is it? Did I say 5786? So they say the counting of the years only starts from the after the creation story. So from after the 7 days of creation, right? So if you if you go to the center of the universe back in time, right, and at the dawn of creation, like at the Big Bang, right, and you stay there for 7 days, right, and then you instantly travel to Earth, you'll find hundreds of thousands, millions of years have passed, right, because of relativity. And if you do the math, it actually adds up to approximately the age of the universe according to science, right? So it's worked out by Dr. Gerald Schroeder, I believe. If you want interesting, he's got a good book called Genesis and the Big Bang. Character, ideal for universe exclusion in a cave hiding from the Romans. Blimey, you know your law, PD Rich. Bloody hell, I'm really impressed. Right, that you're talking about Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, right? Who is one of the greatest sages, right? In fact, his death day is Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the month of Omer. It's about June-ish, right? It's a big Jewish holiday. Yeah, he had to hide from the Romans in a cave. He goes, he only had one, him and his son, and because they only had one set of clothes, they didn't wear anything. They just dug holes in the ground, and they sat in those holes, right? And they they studied theology and Kabbalah. He actually wrote the major workbook in Kabbalah called the Zohar at that time. And all he had for as a treat, the good Lord made for him, provided for him a carob tree, right? Oh man, not fun. Going to be on Babylon 5 later tonight, which is always Babylon 5 is always good to talk, right? Archie Collin says that Tommy has come in the cardinal sin of noticing things. Yes, you shouldn't do that. You should not do that. Sorry, fine. That was Capricorn Crash Courses. Authoritarian liberals don't like facts and conversations. They really don't. But you know what they really hate more than anything else? Being wrong. They hate being wrong. Oh God, do they hate it? Right? The authoritarian left are incapable of understanding pro rata and per capita. Yeah, they only incapable of understanding it if it means they're wrong, right? If it means they're wrong, and they're wrong all the bloody time. I bet when it all comes out in the end, we'll find out that MRF and Ofcom were behind the woke media. And I bet you are. I bet you're right, PD Rich. I bet you're right. Right? The arrogance of that fool. Yes. Right. Please go to Archie Collins' stream tonight. To quote Morgan Wise, the boy's a fool. Yes, he is. Why are they here? Oh, because they all hate black people. Obviously, that's the only reason. Sesame Street, Portland. Essentially, yes. Right. Essentially, yes. Says Archie Collins. Sadly, we won't do that because the British government feels that pandering and pacifying a certain minority so they don't kick off. Well, it's the only real choice they have. Right, and it's not going to help them. Shadows of the that's from Shadows of the Empire. Oh, please, somebody make a full feature of that. Oh, that was awesome. I didn't know it was from Shadows of the Empire. Yeah, man, let me look on Twitter, see if I see any more of that. That was just great, right? It was fantastic. Hang on. Now look at Shadows of the Empire. We do. Got to go out of rock. Shadows of the Empire. Is that the one between Jedi and Star Wars? I mean, yeah. Let me look at media, maybe. Yeah. That's the one with was it Zahn, the what's it called again? The I'm trying to think of the name. The criminal underworld, right? Before they invented Darth Maul. But Shadows of the Empire was cool. I like Shadows of the Empire. I just don't remember it very well. Oh, I can't find any more. It's right here. Shadows of the Empire AI. See if that comes up with anything. I got a bit of Sebastian Stan there. Sadly not. Oh, wait. Let me see. Did I bookmark that thing? I bookmarked it. Oh, I did. Okay, let's no, there's only this one. Hashtag Star Wars fan. Let's see what else comes up when I click on it. Now, sadly. Oh, I do hope they make more of those, right? I do hope they make more of those. Oh, it's good stuff. It is very, very good stuff. Fine. Okay, what was I up to? What are we going to? Oh, fine. It was released around May. I think I dropped away from the McGann adventure before Lucy came in. Oh, it's a strong recommend. Blood of the Daleks was the first one. Yes. The Jim also for the shit Jodie special when Jack Harkness went, oh man, this stuff is so shit. He just rips off and makes everything worse. We're going to find Sharon Smith, everyone's favorite nutcase. Is she crazy? I don't really care. I think I can go. You know, she's like got that kind of crazy woman vibe, which is worth putting up with. Getting over cold. So much like the Rabbi, you're cream crackered as well. Well, you know, I hope you get over it. Darren M, is how you doing, Darren M? Thank you for joining us. What was it? Fine, Babylon 5. Yeah, you're all telling me about Babylon. Yes, fine. He defeated President Clark, but later turned Earth's defenses back onto the planet. And he had to ram the satellite. Yeah, you go. Yeah. Didn't what's the name also do that? Like Ivanova? I can't remember. Ivana Humpelud. That's a character in Austin Powers. I think it was Sinclair who wanted to ram the Minbari cruiser with the Star Fury. Right. The Battle of the Line, right? Was it? It's great writing. Yeah, it was a sky full of stars, each one of them a exploding ship, one of ours. He was great. I really liked him, but I think he had mental issues. Stay away from the dog for a bit. Yes, I will. Says Cow Crash Courses. Yeah, that's very good advice. Showdown around satellite defense. Oh, yes, I do recall. I remember when like the shadow versions of the Earthship showed up, and Ivanova like round one of them or did I can't remember what she did. Right. What was it again? Odie says, I don't get how Prime is within the same timeline as War for the Cybertron games. I don't know what any of that means. Is that Transformers? I'm not sure. Might have to look up that book. What did you say it was called again? Which book? I'm not sure. Okay. The Zohar. Well, I love from a good teacher that and Ancient Aliens, says PD Rich. We're also covering him due to writing the Zohar. Well, that's fascinating. That is fascinating, right? That's why Luke Skywalker was in his ESP Empire Strikes Back suit without his lightsaber. Well, I'm assuming that. Okay. Black Sun. Yeah, it looked like a AI generated snippet from Shadows with Luke outrunning Jabba's bounty hunters on the bike. But it was fantastic. I mean, that you could sustain for like an extended period, right? Man, I gotta go back. Oh yeah, Han Solo was not in it because he's in Carbonite at the time, I believe. Right, so it's between Empire and Jedi, I guess. I think yes. I remember Princess Leia being wooed, right? We all like a bit of Princess Leia wooing. Who wouldn't like a bit of Princess Leia wooing? The one recalling creation with the scientific. Oh, it's called Genesis and the Big Bang. I'm going to write here. Genesis is Planet Forbidden. Big Bang by Dr. Gerald. I'm guessing the spelling of his name, Schroeder. There you go. Genesis and the Big Bang. Nice guy. I used to know him when I was in rabbinical ceremony. Anyway, where should we start? Shall we start? Oh, let's do Star Trek Academy first. Just get over it, right? Let's just bite that. Let's bite the bullet, right? Let's bite the bullet and do it. It's so bad. And if you don't know about it, oh boy, hang on to your seat, baby. Hang on to your seats. Download. But Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I'm quite enjoying. I have to say, I am quite enjoying it. Starfleet Academy. Oh, fuck off. Okay, yeah, we're Star Trek. No, you're not. Oh, go away. Oh god, this intro is agony, right? You got Holly Hunter doing her voiceover, like Captain's Log, right? Does a voiceover, and you zoom in slowly, and of course she's sitting stupidly, but she's actually reciting the Captain's Log.
I'm struck by its very existence.
Oh, shut up, Holly. Fuck, you're awful in this. Right? I hope you're being paid well, right? So they're in the nebula and they go, oh, it's so wonderful. Oh, it's struck by it's the greatest thing ever. And, Starfleet students are doing Starfleety things. And while she gives her monologue. Robert Picardo, I have to tell you, I like Robert Picardo pretty much whenever I see him. I do. I'm a bit. I think he's a woke shit, and he is weirdly addicted to defending this piece of shit show. I guess because he's enjoying himself. Robert, you're not getting a third season. It's done. I can't believe you got 2. Right? I can't believe you got 2. So now he's introducing the debating society, and oh god, I mean, at least she's hot, Genesis. But god, I can't stand the hologram character. Right? So they're in debate practice, and they really make why is he wearing glasses? Is he allergic to Retinol 5? I don't know. But okay, he's nerdy student. And they're using 2026 language, saying shit and things like that. And he's going, "Oh, I'm scared about public speaking. Oh no, it's scary. I'm a Klingon and a pussy." Right? So they start the debate, and they really turn the main character Caleb into a Mary Sue here, which is a shame. They should have had the other character, the fish boy who can go into space, right? Be the one, and he just beats everybody. Caleb in his and they all line up, in each debate because he knows everything and he's the bestest ever. And honestly, look, this kid genuinely has star quality. I think he does a good job, right? Again, on Dad's stream last night, it was like, I don't want to blame the actors. It's not their fault, but their actors are probably douchebags as well. How do I know? Because they're actors, and actors are douchebags, generally speaking, right? 9 times out of 10. What's that? What says? So let me get straight. The Klingons used the lithium power plants on their home world, and when their child cried, they all exploded, which somehow destroyed the entire planet and the entire Klingon Empire. Yeah, again, dumb beyond dumb. Gary Akers raised a very good point I never thought of last night. Why didn't the Romulans push forward their advantage? They don't use dilithium. They used artificial black holes, right? And then why didn't everybody just adopt that technology? You know why? Because nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nobody gives a shit. And yet he beats everyone because he's the bestest ever, right? So then it's the Klingons' turn. This pussy Klingon, and he's too scared to speak, right? And he has that panic attack, and doesn't go very well, right? And so afterwards they're talking about it, and he's like, "No, I'll help you out, whatever." So then he gets called to Mumble's office with, again, there's nothing you can look at on screen and go, "Oh, that's not bad." It's all awful, right? It's all awful, right? So apparently there's been a colony ship that's been destroyed or crashed, and it's got his family on it, and they don't know the status of his family yet, but they wanted to tell him. And now the Klingons are essentially a marauder species at the brink of extinction, right? I just hate what they did to the Klingons. I really, really hate it. Did they do this in Discovery? Because I didn't watch the last season of Discovery, right? Again, Holly Hunter is just so awful in this role. Is she as bad as Jodie Whittaker? Maybe, right? Maybe, right? So now it's basically a thinly veiled allegory for multiculturalism, right? And mass immigration, right? Because again, they just desperately want everybody to think that everybody's the same. There's no cultural differences. No, you're all wrong, right? Culture has massively failed. So anyway, he's going to be arguing arguing that the Federation shouldn't help the Klingons because the Klingons don't want any help, apparently. Because it'll dishonor them, right? It just, oh god, this has to be an alternate reality. It's not even a reality. It's just shit, right? Don't try and work it out. This is a YA piece of shit with a Star Trek coat of paint, right? Shitty titles. Everything about this is shitty. Everything about this is shitty. So then we get a flashback to Krios Prime 16 months ago, right? And we have the pussy Klingon with his real Klingon brother, and they're in this. Oh God, it's so awful. He's part of this family, which is, I can't remember what they call it, but it's 2 fathers, 1 mother, and 2 brothers, right? So they're both banging the same woman. I think it's a bit weird. Don't Klingons have 2 penises? I think they do, right? I know Centauri had like 3 or 4, which they could manipulate like hands to cheat at cards somehow. So his brother's like leading him on a hunt, and when he completes his hunt, he'll get a bow. You get a bow because you're a real true Klingon warrior, and you can't have gach or warrior stew, whatever they call it till then, right? And he's like, brother, I have found this thing. It is an ad for a Starfleet Academy. That's where you should go, right? And they're all coming up and saying, oh, we're so sorry that you're all refugees now. We got to allow you open access because refugees are great. Oh. No, the Klingon is Jaden. He's right. Archer Colin. They just spell it differently. It's J-D-E-N, right? And the other guy is called Darren. It's like Darren with an M instead of a 6. My favorite part of Babylon 5 is still the Ivanova Boom Chakalaka dance. That's just up there. No, I lie. My favorite part of Babylon 5, I might put it up just to like give us a break from this for a second. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I got this episode on my hard drive. Hang on. And when I show you this moment, you'll go, yeah, that's the best part. Oh, come on. It's opening up. Babylon 5. It's, is this the right folder? Season 3. No, wrong one. Try this folder. Also, fantastic. Oh, they're all MKV files. Sod it. Maybe you can pull up from YouTube. Hang on. Babylon 5 Season 3 cliffhanger. Oh, look at that. It's right here. Hang on. Zahodum. Oh, anything's better than... Let's just take a break for a second, please. Oh, it's not downloading. Come on. Taking too long. It's downloading 4 times. No, don't download 4 times. Download once. Oh, there you go. Hang on. There we go. Share screen. And it's worth a break. Right. So Sharon has this plan to nuke the Shadow's home planet. And he's like set up the White Star to drop. Hang on. And then they bring his like converted wife, who's now a shadow agent. And he plays like this message to Delenn saying, "I'm gonna die, right?"
I love you, Delenn. Goodbye.
Music as well builds up beautifully. Like, this is real drama, right? That you actually care about. Drama, heroism. Oh, it's all there.
Jump. Now.
Right, that was the Kosh, the Vorlon's name, telling him to jump. I love the shadows approaching him as well. Look at that. Great. Now that's a cliffhanger. I'm sorry, that is a cliffhanger. All right, and Garibaldi gets killed. Right, Jakar Goko's on a quest with him. Oh, that's just good stuff. I'm sorry, it's just good stuff. It must be getting colder. You do shiver, don't you? I love the scream of the Shadow Crafts. Oh God, everything about it was so good. Man, it really needs a new effects upgrade.
Against a resolution.
And again, we're back to shit. Oh fuck me. We're back here. So the Klingons are now like, you know, good refugees who just need help, right? And they all want to argue, you know, that we should let the refugees, you know, in, open borders, yay, because we're compassionate. Yeah, go some of the migrant hotels and hang out. Let's see how compassionate you are after that. And then Jaden takes the position, no, we shouldn't let them in, right? It is Klingon culture, because we do not accept gifts. It will be dishonorable. Then you got Admiral Pussy turns up and he's like, says to Bumbles, look, there's a Klingon, there's a planet that's exactly like Kronos, right? Exactly like Kronos. The Klingons can't find themselves, so they're just too stupid, right? But exactly like Kronos that we in Federation space we want to give them, right? We got to work out how to do it. And she's like, I used to fuck a Klingon. Maybe he'll be into it, right? I don't know. That's actually the story, right? I hate to tell you, that's actually the story, right? So like, why are you arguing again? So then more flashback to him being a massive pussy and being hated by his family. His brother gets killed for some reason. I can't remember why. Yeah, so this is the who actually played this guy? He actually, again, this actor was really quite good. Hang on. Starfleet Academy. Hang on. Starfleet Academy. SO1 E04 cast. Let's see if they have it there. We'll look at IMDb. Caleb, Sam, Darren, Janice. Oh, fuck off. What was it? The Stephen Colbert. Fuck off. No. Martin wrote no. I can't remember the name of the bloody character. General something, wasn't it? I don't even know. Come on. Enoch, is that him? Okay, I'm just going to ask Grok. See what Grok says. Grok's normally right about stuff. Who played the Klingon general in Starfleet Academy SO1E04? Searching the web. Browsing. David Keeley. Let's have a look. Sure, I've seen him in something before. Hang on. Doink. David Keeley. Where'd he go? It was in Manchurian Candidate. Nothing I recognize. Nothing I recognize at all. But he was good, okay? He was actually, again, well, good performance doesn't really mean much if it's written like shit, which it is. Anyway, so he's like, oh, we can't accept charity. No. But you're all going to die. So we die. We are Klingons. And again, this is like an ex-Tinder date. Again, that wasn't Bolstrick called it, and I can't argue with him. So meanwhile, the other plot is they're getting ready to debate. I mean, look at this. Like if they fuck each other, she's going to die, right? I mean, look at her. Oh, she's so tiny. So tiny and so lacking any screen presence. So now one of his fathers takes him for a hunt. And he's like, no, this Starfleet bulbul is something you shouldn't have, right? And he tells him to take the bow and kill the bird, right? Earn your place in the tribe. And he misses. Oh, no, he refuses, right? And so the father's like, I will do it, right? And he fires at the bird, and he also misses, right? And so he throws away the Starfleet thing and huffs off, essentially. So then Darren turns up, right? Who should be the debate master, really, or the master debater. And he's like, oh, let me help you and give me some advice. And what's turning out is he actually wants to fuck him, right? Very, very clearly. Do you ever see when he puts his hand on him?
It would be like squashing an insect.
This thing is so shit. Right. Let's see him put his hand on him. And say, hi, because we're all gay now, right? Everybody's gay. We could just fuck each. There you go. We could just fuck each other if you want. Just let you know I'm open to it. Okay, so back to debating. And God, I hate these characters. So Darren gets splattered by Genesis because she's the greatest ever. I can't even remember what Sam does. Sam's obviously the winner. Out comes a wimpy Klingon against Caleb, the bestest debater ever. A master debater. They actually use that line. He's a master debater, right? And he's like, Klingons must be allowed their own, their own destiny, and it gets into fisticuffs. So then, the physical education after, number one, who's fat and out of shape and just shouts at people, and a lesbian, of course, because everyone's a fucking lesbian. Everyone's a lesbian. She comes and gives them advice. He's like, I was abandoned by my clan, right? Because they are such a disgrace, and they like flew away from him. I don't bloody blame them. So then he finds his own inner voice, and he debates well, right? And he has a victory. So then, back to the other plot. They've worked out a way of giving the Klingons the planet. They say they attack. They basically cause there to be some kind of space battle, which they purposely lose. Right? They say make sure you don't hit any Klingon ships. Right? And they have again this really shitty space battle. I'll show a little bit of it. Right? Again, I hate this ship. I just hate this ship in every way, shape, and form. And the Klingons win, so they take the planet and spoils the war, and the Klingons get the planet. And because he was able to come up with this plan, I think he now gets the bow that he was never able to have, and eat what warriors do. Are you a warrior? Yes, I'm a warrior. Do you want to eat warrior stew? Yes, I will eat warrior stew because I'm a warrior. And turns out his parents are still alive because nothing bad happens anywhere other than this show's being made. And it's shit! It's shit! Oh, fuck, mate, it's painfully fucking shit. I think that's the only way to describe it. It is shit. Right? Absolutely shit. Awful in every way. Well, at least we don't have to think about that ever again. Right? Ever again. Anyway, let's get some Doctor Who. I mean, a good introduction to Paul McGann. This little clip I saw today. Doink. From the 31st of January, 1996. So it's only this is like 30 years and a day old.
Well, Doctor Who started in 1963 on British television, the night Kennedy was killed.
And this is just, it's my favourite costume of his.
And that's when it first went out. And they had to repeat it a week later because of that dreadful happening. And it stayed on British television for about 26, 27 years. It's a programme that's been seen all over the world. at various times, 60 or 70 or 80 countries, I think. It's science fiction. It's British. It's now American-British.
Again, I really wanted them to do Big Finish to do box sets of what the TV show would have actually looked like, right? I think that would be fascinating.
It's a great program, and I've had a ball. I did 3 years doing it, playing the part, and had a wonderful time. It is also a British institution, and now that this American version has been made, it would be really interesting if it becomes an American institution.
It did, but not till like 10, 15 years later.
I hope it does, because it's a great fantasy. They phoned up and asked me if I'd do it. I was absolutely delighted to go and do it, because I'd made the promise. And I was also doubly delighted to go and do it because Paul McGann is...
Archie Collin, he didn't shoot the bow. He just was given the bow.
Taking over, and he's a friend of mine. And I think he'll make a marvellous Doctor. And
he did. He 100% did. I agree with that.
And also, I was just, the thrill of coming over here and doing it. And with the, the full kind of technical and financial backing of, Hollywood and the BBC. Because when we made it, it was just the BBC, and they didn't quite have as much money as all that. So the thing of the magic about Doctor Who was it started 30-odd years ago. It was an early science fiction and fact, a lot of science fact in it, program that grew and carried on.
It was educational, I think is the word you're looking for there.
And from programs like that grew other programs throughout the years, like Star Trek and various other programs. The people who created those were fans of Doctor Who, had seen them or were inspired by it. It's always been very much involved in that. It's been earthbound and spacebound. It marries together the X-Files and Star Trek very much.
Does it? It can do. I think Doctor Who's much more broad than that.
Oh, I mean, that's how you... I mean, it was a quick thumbnail description of it now. It was there before these things arrived, but that's a quick way of saying what it's like now.
I don't think you're entirely right there, Sil, but good on you, good on you. So fine. So the Paul McGann years. So I think this is absolutely the best of the Paul McGann years. Here, 1 second. Let me go to collections. 8th Doctor. How much are these now? These box sets. Sort by release date. Recent first. That was the full season. No, back up. Second season. Oh God. And what they're doing with the 8th Doctor now is just fucking dire. Oh, audacity. Like me. I can't believe they make it. They sell enough of these to justify them. Can you? I mean, I genuinely can't believe it. Okay, where is it? Hang on. What's season 2? But where's season 1? Where is it? I don't know. Oh, there you go. So they're selling this for $40, right? And I think there's 8 stories in there. You're right. Yeah, 8 episodes, and they're, I think, 40 minutes long each. How long are they? Oh yeah, it's basically one CD, but I think they're around 40 minutes long each. They're strong seasons, right? They're absolutely strong seasons. So starts off with I think Sheridan Smith's character Lucy Miller ends up in the TARDIS, and they don't really know why. And they end up on a planet where they're Daleks, but they're not real Daleks, right? But it's still, this is one of they've done this a few times where they're Daleks, but they're not real Daleks, but it actually ends up pretty well, right? I was reasonably impressed. This was a good two-part opener. Here, well, I should read the blurb for it. What's the blurb say? Hang on, where did it come back? If I read the blurb, I might remember what it's about. People of Red Rocket Rising, my fellow citizens, our long night is over. I have been contacted by benevolent people. They have known great trials and overcome them, made their mission to help others do the same. They have offered us refuge in the passage of the nearest human world. They have resources and patience and compassion to evacuate everyone. My citizens, my friends, rescue is at hand. And of course, it's the Daleks that are rescuing them. And honestly, I found this a bit of a breath of fresh air after the Charlotte Pollard stuff that just kind of like meandered for a little bit. The crash ship, the one with Tom Cardwell saw all those years ago, and you borrowed technology from, didn't you? Maybe you found a Dalek or two in the wreckage. Dead but intact. Yeah, so it's like people had harvested Dalek technology and made faux Daleks, right? Again, I really, really enjoyable two-part opener. And I mean, this one wins just by having such a great name, the horror of glam rock. I think it's got Bernard Cribbins in it it's set in the 70s with this like glam rock band, and Bernard Cribbins is a manager there at a motorway service station cafe. And Paul McGann's doc says, "Oh, I hope they have the ketchup in the little red tomatoes." What's the video they have here? That's the series one. Let's have a look at backstage. There's nothing backstage. Okay, fine. But Bernard Cribbins just adds a slice of class to everything. Una Stubbs in it. I forgot she was in it. Right. Again, solid story. It's kind of a fun story. So this one is a little bit weirder, right? It's a bit more contemplative, and it's about like a cycle of life, as I recall. Ian McNeice is in it. He's fantastic. Ian McNeice is fantastic in everything I've seen him. Have you ever seen Ian McNeice play Baron Harkonnen? Yeah, let's see if I can find a clip of it. Ian McNeice, Baron Harkonnen or Harkonnen. Depends what movie you're talking about. Is this the one? See, I really like the miniseries of the TV miniseries of Dune, right? I think it's really, really, really solid. Hang on. Of course, he went on to play Churchill. What's this one? Doink.
I'm sorry, my lord. He said you must come at once.
Oh, this is Fade. The guy who's played Fade. And I love the design of this.
Do you really take me for that much of a fool, boy?
I don't understand, Uncle.
What kind of poison did you choose, boy? Something slow and painful, I assume? So you could watch, eh? Tell me, Fade, why didn't you simply assassinate me yourself? You had plenty of opportunity to.
You taught me that my own hands must always remain clean.
Oh, quick, boy, very quick. You're good material, Fade, and I hate to waste good material. Now, give me one good reason why I should...
I just like the Austin Butler version. I think he was fantastic. Anyway, a different vibe for this story, but like because the one before was just kind of like just fun. Phobos, what's that happening on Phobos? I mean, man, great cast they have in these. Timothy West. The TARDIS lands on Phobos, moon of Mars, where extreme sports nuts of the future indulge in their passion of gravity boarding and wormhole jumping. But there's something lurking in the shadows, something infinitely old, infinitely dangerous. It's not for nothing that Phobos is the ancient word for fear. Eddie Robertson, again, they pulling out the A-team for this, right? And there's the writing. It's a really, really genuinely solid season. Nigel Havers, blimey, and Julia McNeice. No More Lies. Okay, this is a as I recall, this is a contemporary story which isn't really contemporary. It's like a fake world they're in, or something like that. What links a disintegrating spaceship to a posh garden party where a wealthy couple are celebrating their love for each other in style. Gate crashers, Doctor and Lucy think they know the answer, but they're not the only uninvited guests. Ferocious alien warriors riding pedicatral like vortisaurs are about to make an entrance, featuring song Bussemia, sung by Julie McKenzie. Okay, whatever. Yeah, the song doesn't really matter. And then you get to the season finale, and you have Cybermen, right? So the big bad for the season is this woman on the cover. She's the headhunter. And it's like, dark evil corporation. Hey, Eddie Robinson again. Dark evil corporation. And they found cyber technology. Lucy Miller's been headhunted to join the staff of Hubert Logistics. Right, she was about to start that the day that the season was supposed to start. A respectable blue chip firm in Telford. Great prospects, competitive salary. You don't have to be mad to work here, but it helps. But wasn't she made for better things, like traveling by TARDIS through time and space? The Doctor, meanwhile, has been fired into a confrontation with his most terrifying enemies. So this was definitely after the Cybermen appeared on TV, because they had the stomping cyber sounds, right? And man, again, the soundscapes just really, really work well. And then you got part 2. I like that they use these Cybermen, right? The invasion Cybermen. I like the bigger, clunkier Cybermen, right? But yeah, a solid season, right? So they said it was for what, $40? I think it's worth it, right? Honestly, I think they should make all these prices cheaper. I think if for $40 they're like $5 a story or an episode, which I think is kind of fair, right? I do think it's kind of fair. But like, I don't know, for something this old, maybe they should just sell the whole thing for $20. But I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to advise them, right? 8th Doctor and Lucy Miller Series 1. Can we look at the trailer? Let's see what the trailer's like for it. Oh, and the new theme tune was written by, what's the name? The guy who did was doing the James Bond music at the time. Hang on, doink. That's the next one. So yeah, then they got into season 2, and Pat Mills started working. Let's pull up the trailer. Share screen, video file. Where is it?
We came to make sure that the blood of the Daleks remains pure.
Creatures in the snow.
Creatures?
Bear things. Doctor! Doctor, can't you stop them?
Everything I am is part of Ares.
Phobos is Greek for fear. They didn't know how right
Why?
they were.
What does it mean?
It means you've materialized us inside a time loop.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair trailer. I think you get the vibe of it, right? So season 2, pretty much more of the same. So Dead London, I think it's an alternate London. It's Pat Mills of 2000 AD fame. And these are just really bouncy, enjoyable stories, right? They're out they come and go. And it's real pure Doctor Who. Someone's playing with us, manipulating time for their own ends. The TARDIS lands in London, but which one? The Doctor and Lucy find themselves trapped in a maze of interlocking Londons from Roman times and present day. Yes, this was actually a good one. I remember. I mean, a bit uncomfortable for me because I really don't like Pat Mills at all. He's like very, very anti-Semitic. But you got to separate the art from the artist. But they're not alone in the labyrinth. The killer is on the trail. Max Warp is the next one. This was great. Max Warp is essentially Top Gear in space, and does this introduce Graham Garden as the meddling monk? I think it does. Graham Garden. They don't think they've revealed him to be the meddling monk yet, or maybe he's playing a different character. He's in the full season as the meddling monk, and he's a really good meddling monk. It really, really, really works. But this is essentially Top Gear in space. And it really works well as well. It's just a fun, bouncy story. Welcome to Maxwell, broadcasting live from the Sirius Interg Cruiser Show, hosted by outspoken columnist and media personality Jeffrey Vantage, who's, what's his name? Clarkson, right? With spaceship guru extraordinaire O'Reilly and Daredevil pilot Timbo the Ferret, right? What's the name of the guy on Top Gear? It's very obviously Top Gear, right? When a test flight for a new Kiss Sunstorm ends in disaster, the Sirius Exhibition Station is plunged into a web of murder and intrigue. Someone or something is trying to reignite a war between the Varlan Empire and the Kith oligarchy. Imagine Top Gear in space with a next-gen film, right? As the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance, only two investigators, Dr. Lucy, can help uncover the truth. Strap yourself in and engage thrust. You were, baby. For Max Wolf. Brave New Town. Again, this was a bit of a weirder one, right? This was a bit of a weirder one. Jonathan Clements. He did the weird one in the last season. This was a village that was displaced in reality or time, right? And for some nefarious ends. It's like a village that time forgot. The inhabitants of the quiet seaside town of Thornton in Suffolk are living the same day over and over again. What's so special about September 1st, 1991? Why haven't the villagers noticed that the same song has been #1 for years? And just where on earth has the sea disappeared to? Doctor and Lucy, again, I like they have a central mystery to to solve in all of these ones, right? So again, they've really developed the style of and it was so contemporary as well, right? It was such a great parallel to the TV series, right? It really was. When did this come out again? This is April. So at the same time, we're in. This comes out the same time as the first Donna season, right? Right. Scarl Sobek. Too much perfection is dangerous. On the isolated planet of Indigo 3, far out in the waters of the Blue Desert, lies a sanctuary of imperfect symmetry, a place of contemplation and reflection. It's also a place of death. Death. Something from another time, from another world has found its way. Again, this is like basic standards, the Doctor Who stuff for the noughties. It's found its way to Hallow Walls, something with a leathery hide and a long snout and sharp pointy teeth. Tick tock, here comes the crocodile. Mark Platt. Yeah, Mark Platt doing us proud. Grand Theft Cosmos is the next one. That was also great. Right? Again, you have these again, fun, not taking yourself too seriously, and it's just enjoyable, right? It is just enjoyable. Here's the crime. The Doctor and Lucy visit 19th century Sweden and I'm embroiled in an attempt for the infamous Black Diamond of Claudia Tardelli. But they are not the only ones who will be thieves attempting the heist of the century. The headhunter is back. Oh, she was the big bad from the first season, and she brought a friend with her. The stone, however, is guarded by forces not of this world. Yeah, I do remember it being quite sci-fi. And this was actually a really, really poignant one, right? I like this one a lot, right? Paul Marks doing great work. This dealt with Zygons living on Earth in a far better way than the Zygon Inversion, Zygon Invasion, right? And it's gets into Lucy Miller's past and family in quite an important way, where essentially there's somebody from a family who ends up turning out to be a Zygon, right? And so she's really kind of freaked out by the whole thing. But this is where the whole arc starts. It's a Zygon who's been living as a human for years and years and years and just wants like a nice, normal life. There are no monsters this time, are there? 10 years later, Auntie Pat is in her prime. She snagged herself an ex-rock star at the Kendall Folk Festival, and now in a brave new world of the early 1980s, they managed together a snazzy hotel on the poetic and shiny shore of Lake Gramsmere. However, still waters run deep from the past, past returning, intent of milking an old cash cow. Yeah, so essentially, again, it's Zygons amongst us, right? And then they always bring back, like, big time Doctor Who lore for season finales, and also season openers a lot of times. Sizzle of the Flame, excellent. Nick Briggs story, bringing back what's it called again? The Sizzle of the Flame from whatever. where they and I loved how they did them in who was it? The Capaldi era, right? And also cards. This was a card in the Capaldi era and the Matt Smith era. The richest man in the galaxy is transported backwards planet with no obvious wealth, mineral resources, and the outside in it. An obscure mystical sect has revived after centuries of neglect. A new race of aliens are hunting for prey, but why? As the Dr. Lucy Miller attempt to discover the answer, it becomes clear that something is attempt to resurrect the past, and they need a Time Lord to help them achieve it. Okay, yes, and then you get the big bad finale. Again, this is the first appearance of Samuel West as Morbius. The Samuel West Morbius stuff is generally speaking excellent, right? Really, really, really excellent. He's been in a few things now. So let's have a look at that one. Where's Samuel West? There you go. And kind of really kind of fleshed out Morbius. Like this one was excellent, for example. The $30 for this. The War Doctor Rises, Morbius the Mighty. They had Morbius kick off the Dark Gallifrey with the worst covers ever. But it was a solid, good story, right? It was a generally solid, good story. Well recommended. Well recommended. And so another really good, strong season, right? And then they went on to let's look at the trailer season. Hang on, close some windows so we can see what I'm doing. Great covers as well. I mean, like really, really good covers. Oh, there's no video for this? Are you kidding me? Wait. I saw videos on all the other ones, no? Am I wrong? I guess I'm wrong. Wait, there was a video on the first one. I'm sure. Hang on. No, backstage. Why would they not put out a video ad for this? Are they crazy? Right? I mean, that's just nuts. No. Okay. No video for that. Wow. Why? I really don't understand. Right? I really don't understand. Like, what? Why wouldn't they? That's really weird, right? That is really weird. Why would they do that? Okay, I am genuinely confused by this. Fine, so now we're on to season 3, and they're really kind of like in their element. So we start off with an Alan Barnes and Nick Briggs script, which again always reliable. Orbis, right? It's the Doctor has fallen to his death, and his commander Lucy Miller has returned to her life on Earth, grief-stricken. Then one night, an alien visitor arrives at her door and shoots her. Could it be that Lucy's days of Doctor are not over? She only finds out on the planet Orbis, where all forms of life are facing a violent extinction. It was a good kind of sci-fi murder mystery plot. But again, by this time, Sheridan Smith is just so good in the role that she can really, really hold an episode by herself. Right? Fantastic companion. Next one, I think, is the one with Nigel Planner, isn't it? Yeah, Crinoid's story with Nigel Planner as a ecologist weirdo, Jonathan Morris script. Much more horror than weird than normal, right? Hot House, right, by Jonathan Morris. Somewhere in the south of England stands a hot house, 5 vast state-of-the-art biodomes, all steel and glass inside. Rockstar turned environmentalist activist Alex Marlowe has a plan to save the world from climate change by any means necessary. Yes, so that he's trying to. Yeah, he gets. He's one of the. What's the no oil people? I can't remember. With a lot of money and a crinoid egg. There's something growing inside the oil, something that could turn back humanity's tide. A ferocious alien vegetable called a crinoid. The Doctor is going to have to stop it. Stop Marlowe. Stop Marlowe's fanatical acolyte, Lucy Miller. Save the world by any means necessary. Beast of Orlok. This is a historical, I believe, like with a big monster. Again, monsters. This is what Doctor Who is. Monsters, companions, fun. Right? And it's just not enough of it. Right? Monsters, companion, fun. And by the season 4, when they really work out what they're doing, it's super fun. Right? It is super fun. With fangs like splinters and claws like knives, the Beast of Orlok lives with brimstone breath and eyes aglow. He'll eat your soul. To hell you'll go. Well, okay. Germany, 1827. The town of Orlok is under a curse, haunted by a memory of a spate of grisly murders that shattered the community 20 years before. At the time, the townsfolk blamed the legendary beast of Orlok, a nightmare creature of medieval folklore. But now it seems the beast has returned. The killings began again. Yeah, there's some kind of alien thing. Barnaby Edwards wrote this one. And the killings began again. The Orlok are understandable suspicion of two strangers newly arrived in the midst. Yes, I love that when the Doctor Companion turns up when a bunch of murders are going on, right? And they're their first subjects. The Doctor and Lucy must face their darkest fears as they find themselves plunged into a deadly, grim fairy tale. Deadly, grim fairy tale. Okay, best description for that, right? Up to man, this is much more lore heavy. Wirrn Dawn. Okay, so now that what have we had so far? We've had Crinoids. What we have so far this season? Crinoids, Wirrn. What's the first one? Okay, yeah, fine. So they bought out the 8 stories. They've had 2 legacy ones so far. Wirrn Dawn, and the Wirrn are always good when they're on audio. For some reason, I don't know why. It's a full-scale war. Wirrn and humankind locked in a deadly struggle for survival. When did that happen? The Doctor and Lucy land right in the middle of a human race bloodiest period in history. Trying to make the difference here would be like standing up and calling ceasefire at the Somme. Certain death or worse. Survival can be a messy business. Look, it's always fun having a bit of future war, right? So everybody loves a bit of sci-fi future war. Scapegoat, I found. Was it the Pat Mills one? Yeah, this one was just weird and okay. I won't say terrible. It's okay, right? What was it? It was some weird thing that you're some kind of like scapegoat for reality. Right? I kind of can't remember. Welcome to the Theatre de Baroque. But if you think you've seen and heard all that Paris has, set in Paris. These looks like Moulin Rouge, perhaps horror ticks of the La Grande Guignol. If you think nothing could cause your mouth to dry and your heart to pound, you're wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, Madame de Sours, not forgetting our honoured guest, the Gestapo. Also, that's during the 1930s and 40s. Tonight, it's my privilege to present you the star of the Theatre de Baroque, the man who has died on stage nearly 10,000 times, the most assassinated man in the world, Paul Max. And joining him in a playlet called The Execution Song from Blackpool, England, Lucy Miller. She's very much from Blackpool, right? Lucy, again, she's just like, a bit chavvy, right? Much more so than Rose. And a la Belle Lucy, she's got no idea what she's got to say. Should she feel faint or nauseous? Never fear. Tonight we have the doctor in the house. Just pray he lasts till the interval. Again, this one was okay. It's like, again, very much like Parisian Society. This was fun. I remember this one, Jonathan Morris. It's about a bunch of crap robots that have evolved somewhat, right? Yeah, crap, clunky robots. It's again fun, exciting, entertaining, bouncing. It's good stuff. Hammer hangs in the balance of vast star city, devoid of life, organic life, that is. From the higher spire looking over the streets of the empty plazas, the assemblies are waiting for the day the humans writing, waiting. This does sound like a bit of a rip-off to the first Robot Hunter story. Verdus, right? Yeah, so it's like a colony that was set up to be built by like these clunky robots and wait for humans, and they never turn up. So the robots just kind of like build their own society. When the Doctor bring Doctor and Lucy to Haven, it seems like Assembler's long-awaited wait might be over. Living beings without batters, protocol be praised. Except they're headed for the lower levels. They don't want to do that. That's where the cannibalist lives. The cannibalists catch them well. They won't be living beings much longer. Yeah, again, fun, right? Clunky fun robots gone out of control. Again, pure Doctor Who. This actually feels more like a John Ridgway drawn Doctor Who comic strip from the 80s. Headhunter's back, right? Headhunter's back, who again the recurring big bad. And this time she's with the robot, not the robots, the spiders, right, from the planet of spiders. The Eight Truths. London 2015. So wow, it'll set 6 years in the future. Now it's 10 years ago. Doctor is looking for a lost space probe. Lucy's feeling just plain lost on a world that she no longer quite belongs to. Perhaps there's someone who can help. A chance encounter with an old sparring partner leads to the Eightfold Truth. A bunch of crystal-bearing cranks who reckon the rebel sun is on its way to purge the earth, as if. But what if they're right? The apocalypse is in upon us. As the human counts the last days of existence, the Doctor races to unmask the Eightfold Truth and uncovers an old deadly enemy. Yeah, it's the spiders. From Planet of Spiders, okay? Spoiler warning. And then it's this is a two-parter. Eddie Robertson. Again, big season finale, right? Really, really works, right? Where are we up to? Thanks to the Eightfold Truths, Metebelis crystals cover the Earth, and the eight-legged giant spiders from a distant world are poised to take control of the planet. This is actually a really good sequel to Planet of Spiders because it also the effects are better. Man, I'm going to put new AI effects when they release that on Blu-ray. As the Doctor attempts to deal with the invasion and its connected long stellar manipulator he last saw on Orbis, Lucy Miller finds herself playing host to the Great One. She can she break free of the spider's control, or will she be lost forever? Can Earth avoid being trapped forever in the World Wide Web? Again, you call it the World Wide Web in 2009. It was kind of cool, right? And still no trailer. They're crazy for not making trailers of these. Again, this is something that $50. Really? I don't know. It just seems like $50 seems way too much. I'm sorry. It really does. Okay, so when we get to season 4 and we get to something really, really great, right? Season 4 is the one where it all really comes together. Fantastic. So this is a Christmas episode, and it goes back to that Zygon story where Lucy Miller discovers that her Aunt Pat, is really a Zygon, and she gets pissed off with the Eighth Doctor, and essentially leaves him. Right? It's a much more believable exit than Tegan's, and before she came back the next season. And you got the feeling that she was coming back, but again, this has 2 Christmas stories. It came out in December 2009. Lucy Miller all loved Christmas back in Blackpool. Her man running a still frozen turkey under the hot lamp at 10. Great Grandma Miller half cut on cooking sherry by 11. Her dad and uncle arguing hammer and tongs about who was the best James Bond all the way through dinner. Well, that's a good question. And in the afternoon, Auntie Pat herring up to the house on the back of a moped, weighing down with ridiculous presents. Christmas 2009 didn't turn out like that. Christmas 2009, the Doctor turns up. Right? This is not one of my favorite Christmas stories because it's a bit of a downer. Right? Because, Lucy leaves, essentially, and it's a sad story, right? But then they kind of pick up from it really, really quickly, and there was a 6-month break. Was it 6-month break or how long? This one came out in December 2000. Yeah, there was a 7 months break before it went into the season 4 proper. So this was a real, modern season shape, right? And essentially the Doctor's advertising for a new companion. Right, and so you have these, and it's very much like, what's that show? Like Shark Tank, right? As he's trying to pick out his new companion, and they're pretty good, right? They are pretty good, and there's like an adventure going on for him to see who does best. Traveler in time and space seeks male or female companion with good sense of humor for adventure in the 4th and 5th dimension. No experience necessary, no time wasters. No space. Who wrote? Eddie Robson. Again, a fun intro, right? And it's a real kind of happy pickup after the I found kind of dour and depressing. What's it called again? Death in Blackpool, right? So Alan Barnes stomps in with another great story. So the Doctor picked out his companion, played by Nikki Wardley. And they go to the Edgar Allan Poe planet, essentially, right? But it really is. It works very well, right? It works very well. This again, I find this pure Doctor Who. This mismatch of science fiction, literature, and whimsy, essentially, right? Yeah, British whimsy. That's a great way of describing this era. Yeah, all of them a massive recommend. Still no trailer. I'm just like, why? A bizarre manifestation in the control room forces the Doctor to onto the Plutonian shores of the irradiated world of Nevermore, whose sole inhabitant, war criminal Morella Wendigo, a prisoner of the devastated planet. But Doctor and his new companion aren't Morley's only visitors. Senior prosecutor Uglossi fears the arrival of assassin after the blood of his prized prisoner, an assassin with claws. There's no escape from Nevermore, whose raven-like robot jailers serve to demonstrate Uglossi's macabre obsession with the works of 19th century horror writer Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, look, he's basically an Edgar Allan Poe world, right? Which I love. And if you like Edgar Allan Poe, by the way, let me find this textbook stuff. This is a really strong recommend. Textbook stuff. Hang on, which one was it? Edgar Allan Poe. So they breached these 4 like short story classics. One with this one written by John Sessions, the Dickens ones. Bram Stoker's one's written by Peter Guinness. M.R. James is read by Andrew Sachs, and David Soul of Starsky and Hutch does this one. The Pit and the Palladium and Macabre Tale. It's fantastic. It is genuinely fantastic. Anyway, Edgar Allan Poe world. So anyway, Book of the Curls. Okay, so this is where I think we start getting introduced to the ongoing plot thread of the season. When Graham Garden turns up as the meddling monk. Perfect casting. Isn't that Coulson from Downton Abbey? Hang on. What's the name of the actor? Coulson, Downton Abbey. Actor Jim Carter. I think that is him, isn't it? Oh, wrong one. Yeah, Jim Carter. I do like Coulson. I like this actor. And then you also find that Lucy Miller is like somewhat tracking the Eighth Doctor and his new companion, which is played out a little bit more with this very good 2-parter. Demios. Demios is one of the one of the moons of Mars. Really good stonking ice warrior tale. You get ice warriors who are like much more violent than and warlike than the other ice warriors, and again because they're more peaceful now, right? And so there's somewhat of a throwback. Was it Nikki Wardley is still the companion? Millions of years ago, the noble ice warriors fled to Demios, moon of Mars, hoping to sit out the radioactive death throes of their home planet. When the TARDIS arrives on Demios, the Doctor discovers that the warriors' ancient catacombs are now a popular stop for space tourists. Yes, I do remember that. So it was basically space tourists get kidnapped by put under siege by ice warriors. But the Martian dynasties are more than history, and the warriors are far from extinct. It's not for nothing that Demios is the ancient word for dread. Who wrote this? Jonathan Morris again. Jonathan Morris always does a good Doctor Who sci-fi horror script, right? So finally, Lucy, after turning up every now and again, Lucy Miller's back, and now she's the companion of the meddling monk, as played by Graham Garden. He's such a good meddling monk, right? He really genuinely is. Do you have any pictures of them together? No. Yeah, so this is the conclusion of the story. Demios, the moon of Mars, where Lord Sladek's plan to revive the ancient ice warrior civilization hangs by a thread. Only the Doctor can stop him. But an old enemy is hiding in the catacombs, meddling monk, as an alternative plan. A plan where that will test the Doctor's heroism to the limit. Just how far will the Doctor go to prevent the destruction and resurrection of Mars on a day when his friends become enemies and his enemies have right on their side? So again, I'm going to give a spoiler warning. Not much one, I just did. That his companion, Nikki Wardley, just turns out to be a bit evil, and then she ends up going off with the meddling monk while Sheridan Smith comes back and travels with the Doctor. So that's we're up to November. Then we get probably one of the best Christmas stories ever. I like this is a great Christmas special. Relative Dimensions. This is essentially Doctor and Lucy going to have Christmas dinner with Susan and Susan's son, the Doctor's grandson. And it's just very, very, very Christmassy, right? This is it's uplifting, right? It's fun. This is the absolute opposite of the one from the previous year. Christmas is a time for family, they say, so which is why the Doctor has invited his granddaughter Susan and his great-grandson Alex for Christmas dinner in time and space. But who or what is the spectre of their Yuletide feast? Yes, there is. I won't spoil it, but there's it all takes place in the TARDIS, and there's something in the TARDIS that's long been forgotten. Venturing deep into the heart of the TARDIS, Susan uncovers her past. Alex is told his future, and the Doctor finds himself caught in a deadly dangerous present. So now January, Prisoners of the Sun by Eddie Robertson. This is some AI life form created, like developing, I think, for some like Sun mission, I believe, right? I believe. Again, I haven't listened for a long time. 6 years after being captured by the galaxy-spanning organization known as the Consensus, the Doctor lives inside a high-tech complex at the heart of the unstable sun. Okay. Condemned to eternity, maintaining systems. Only a moment's carelessness could cause the stars to collapse and death of billions. Watched over by the Liquid Guards, Mercurials. Yeah, they're actually very good, the Liquid Guards. The Doctor's only companion in the heart of the sun is his assistant Daphne, the latest line of android helpers. But the rebels have their eyes on the sun and its lonely controller and preparing to risk a galactic cataclysm to secure the Doctor's release. Yeah, I think that pretty much says it all. Okay, so now we're up to the big 2-part finale, which is fan-frickin-tastic, right? Fan-frickin-tastic. The Paul McGann and Sheridan Smith storyline starts to come to an end. Lucy ends up living in post-Dalek invasion Earth, right? And the Daleks return, and she's front and center with the Resistance. Nikki Wardley's in it as well, as is Graham Garden, as the meddling monk. Hello, Doctor, it's me, Lucy Miller. Lucy needs the Doctor's help. The whole planet Earth needs the help, but he's nowhere to be seen. While Lucy struggles to survive a terrible sickness. Yeah, she does get like waylaid massively, right? Through back to the story. An even greater threat to human race is about to be released, and when and this second Dalek invasion of Earth, the Doctor's granddaughter has to endure. You must accept reality of the situation. You have been defeated. Right, and then we get to the Nicholas Briggs, one of Nicholas Briggs' best scripts, right? And then we get to the, I would say, not season finale, series finale. This is the end of this era, to the death, right? Am I going to spoil it? Yeah, I guess I am, right? They really wanted to raise the stakes with the Daleks, right? Because they never end up killing anybody important, right? Everybody always survives. So they basically have Lucy Miller sacrifice herself to defeat the Daleks. One of the best scenes ever, right? Like she's flying in, she flies a Dalek hoverbout into like the Dalek, control center or whatever. It's saying Lucy PIGGIN Miller is our last line, right? Graham Garden's in it. Oh, Graham Garden's so good in this, right? Being the meddling monk talking about the Daleks, and the Daleks. Oh, they always just get so cross. Right? Such great writing, right? It really is. Fantastic era. Absolutely fantastic era. He can't be alive. At last, the futile fight back against the Daleks. Lucy, Susan, and Alex are heading home to England in a desperate hope of saving the Doctor's life. But the true terrible nature of the Daleks' plan is beginning to emerge, and the monk has blood on his hands. To defeat the Daleks, it can only be a struggle to the death. And it is, right? It's got real stakes to it. Like, it means something. And I really, really love the ballsiness of this, right? Again, this is Doctor Who when it was, like, really, really at its height. I think $55 is too much. I'm sorry, you know, this is like, what, 15 years old? It's just too much. I'm sorry. It really genuinely is. But Lucy Miller, if you got some spare dosh and you want some great Doctor Who adventures, you can't do better than this. You really genuinely can't do better than this. And as who said in the chat, I can't remember, this, then they do the further events of Lucy Miller, and it really dies a death. Like, none of these work at all. It's a real shame, right? It's a real shame. Like, they shouldn't have brought it back. It was a mistake, right? It was genuinely a mistake. It's a Dalek trap. But it dovetails beautifully into... What's the Revolution game? Okay, yeah, no, none of these are good. Dovetails beautifully into... what's the name again? Oh, now I'm going to look it up. Dark Eyes, right? Dovetails beautifully into Dark Eyes. And again, but the whole shape of the Dark Eyes era is qualitatively different to the Lucy Miller era. It's much more contemplative, right? And I would say intelligent, for want of a better word, right? But it started the box set era, right? It really kicked off the box set era, and you know, unfortunately, you know, there's Dark Eyes. So, yeah. Unfortunately, none of the ones that followed this up were as good as the original, right? Ruth Bradley was great in it as whatever her name, Dark Eyes, right? She really, really good. It like really genuinely bought it. X and the Daleks, right? Yeah, and they didn't think they were going to do more after this because it was an experiment, right? And then, oh, great, well, that's one they give away for free. Yeah, she meets her in World War II. Dark Eyes 2, not really as good. I hate to say it, not really. It's still not bad, but not as good, right? Not as good. And then Ruth Bradley wasn't available, so they certainly wrote her out for most of this one. It's got the Alex McQueen master in it, but I think they were still, you know, right. I think they wrote out for the last one, was it? I can't remember. Basically replaced her with Nicola Walker for the last one, who will go on to be one of the worst companions of all time. Right? And then after Dark Eyes, it was Doom Coalition, which was probably the best of the box set era, right? And then they had Ravenous, which wasn't that good. Man, that took a long time. Bloody hell, I'm 2 hours in. Wow. Okay, fine. I thought I was going to get to more. I guess I'm not going to get to A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We'll do that on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Dr. Alex was there. Hey, dude, Dr. Alex, I'm terribly sorry. I missed you. Fine. Anybody else I missed? I don't know. But of course, you want great Doctor Who, go and check out season 11. Go to Dr. Alex's channel. Their books on tape. Buy his books on tape. Support Dr. Alex. He does a lot of very good work. Strong recommend. My favorite still was it season 12? My favorite still season 13. Strong recommend. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head off into the sunset. Going to hit the end broadcast button. Going to hit it again. Say good night